All right, so today we're going to be going over a little bit of a topic that I have been seeing, honestly, not that much lately, but still a topic regardless because of the fact that A, it's a gacha game, and B, that is the main point, and that being power creep and why I think it is actually a good thing and a bad thing for the game. So looking right here at version 2.1, and I think this is the biggest thing and why also she's in the thumbnail, but power creep really started to be, I guess, an issue, also like a good thing depending on how your viewpoint on it is when Acheron first came out. Because before Acheron, in terms of DPS combinations, you had like Dr. Ratio, you had like Jing Liu, Danheng PT, Blade, all of that stuff, and mixed match teams with 4-star characters, Dot a little bit with Black Swan and Kafka, and then Acheron came out, and obviously that power spike just jumped, and it jumped even more with Firefly, and so on and so forth with subsequent teams and everything. And so that's where it was, right? And I think that in terms of why it could be a good thing and bad thing, we need to look at damage comparison. So this is an old damage chart sheet back when the Remembrance team was like at the pinnacle of the power, right? And obviously you can see that like there's multiple different reoccurring teams and everything to see like what the damage spike was, and the best at the time of release, we're looking at 9.6. Now we have a little bit more of an updated team comparison with optimal team builds with characters and everything, and back then we were looking at 9.6. Now we're looking at 79.8 with Saber, Tribi, Remembrance MC, and Gilgamesh. And people can make the argument that it's not a good thing, right? They want their older characters to still be viable and good. Well, to that degree, I somewhat agree, right? You have it might be an emotional attachment to a character, or like the character just resonates with you more so than any other character, right? And I think people will bring this up because the fact that you look down here at 16, you see Castris, you see Evernight, Cyrene, and Hyacinth, the premium Remembrance team, and you're looking at 28.6 million, a clear fall off from where the number one team is. But keep in mind, like these two teams right here, right, they're based off of beta information. It needs to be properly optimized when they come out. Even this team right here, number 3, has Ren, right? Like any team that you see that has the characters in beta, we can kind of take that out and not really pay too much attention to. So like the real full max team that we can really look at is going to be the Asheville, M Blade, Tribi, and Welt team composition at 43 million. Still a little bit of a drop off. But I think people fail to realize and understand that when it comes to gacha games, just inherently, the company needs to make more money, right? It's just how it is. And how do they make money as a gacha game? Well, they make money with releasing characters, weapons, in this case, light cones, and all of that. And honestly, and I made a video about this some time ago, but I do believe that we are in the best meta we've been in for a long time. You have so many different teams, right? You take these top 3 out, right? You have so many teams that actually somewhat compete. We look at 43 million and then we go like, let's do a 10 million decrease, right? You go down to 11. So 4 to 11, that's quite a bit different teams, right? Obviously you need like optimal team characters, you need optimal builds, light cones, all that stuff to be able to have the team operate in a cohesive manner, being able to output a lot of damage, the synergy, and all of that fun jazz. But this is where the flip side of power creep actually being a good thing, right? Let's look at the different types of teams. We have a follow-up attack team right here because Asheville's here. We have a elation team, so that's 2 separate team compositions. We have an Acheron team, that's a hyper carry team, right? Jumping down here, we have another elation team, so that's 2 elation teams right there. Himiko Nova, obviously we're taking that out because she's not technically out yet. You have a dot team right here with Hysolins. You have another follow-up attack team right here with Asheville and M Blade. Sparksy, Yao Guang, Sparkle, and well, that's a third Elation team. Jumping down here, you have another follow-up attack team, you have another follow-up attack team, you have a break team, you have the Remembrance team. So there's a bunch of different teams here that are obviously competing with one another. I know I went a little bit below the 10 million mark, but still, they are competing, and that is good because of the fact that of the Nova Flame buffs for certain characters, the releases of other characters like Ash Veil helping out follow-up attack teams, M-Blade helping out follow-up attack, helping out Acheron, helping out like hyper carry DPS teams, like all of that compared with one another just makes it so much better. And I do think that while yes, on the flip side, you know, looking back at this, you see the damage number, and obviously, you know, that team is dropped quite a bit from their top rating spot. And I can see why people would be upset that they invested into a team composition and now the DPS drop off is significant. But you can slowly build up for other teams in order for them to reach new pinnacles, and that gives more variety and option that I do think is a very good positive on the plus side to Powercreep. And it's not like overly the top. Yes, 10 million is a lot, but these teams are still going to be able to clear content, end game content, maybe not as fast, but they still have the capability of clearing it. And I do think that that is very good. Yeah, the Remembrance team down here is, what is that, 15 million off from like number 4 spot, but they can still clear content. Like the survivability is a plus side of this team, and they're gonna live forever. So yeah, I just think that we are in a very good, very nice position when it comes to power creep. Is it going to continue? Yeah, because like ideally you want a slow progressive increase with damage, and like a 16 million jump from 3 to 2 is not good. Even 17 million from 4 to 3 is not good, which I do think these numbers are going to come down a bit before the characters are actually released. But you can see the slow gradual increase with DPS. I do think that is very healthy for the game. It's just longevity.